have a bit of a bone to pick. And the bone I'm picking is this belief that there is rules, right? Rules to how you can successfully get your desire, which, kind of contradicts my belief that it is very important that you connect with the human aspect of your experience. The reason I say this is because a lot of people say that if you do this or that, you will not get your desire. And yes, I understand to some degree that a lot of it has to do with not feeding into the old story of being, which I agree with. I totally agree with. You want to create a new identity. You don't want to function from that old place of lack or scarcity or haves and the have nots. You want to create this new story and this new reality, right? Because ultimately your mind is projecting out what you believe to be true, your dominant state. So an example that came up was I had a desire. It wasn't really a desire, it was just kind of like an unfavorable thing happened. And I was just kind of like, well, I don't really want that. I would like for this to happen instead. However, my human self decided to kind of complain about it and kind of like, not in a place of lack, but just like, this hasn't happened yet. Like, how come this hasn't happened yet? Whatever. I was like talking about it. Lo and behold, regardless of what I did in the 3D, it still showed up. My desire still came through, regardless of, whatever doubts or feelings I was having in that moment. Same thing with Neville Goddard. Um, when Abdullah was basically telling Neville that he's in Barbados. And then he ended up taking back his role as being the operant power of his reality and fully believing that he was in Barbados, regardless of the fear he did have. So, to me, I think it is very important to honor the human side of your experience. Have grace and compassion. Don't live in the state of, oh my God, like I didn't do this right, or I did this and some coach said this, so now I'm really going to mess up, because you're giving your authority over to someone else. Remember, you get to decide, and everything is leading you somewhere. Okay, all possibilities exist now. So, you know, stay in that state of knowing that you got it, regardless of what 3D you do or it shows you.